James here, and today I am at my local fish store. I plan on getting some cleanup crew for my Nano Reef tank because the algae is getting a little bit out of control, and it's about time that we had some in there. I've been told by my fish shop that they do have cleanup crew in stock at the moment, but this place sells out so quickly, so God knows if they've still got any at the moment. But we'll take a look and hopefully come out with some good little invertebrates to help the tank. So I just got out of the aquatic shop, and yeah, turned out that they had everything that I needed. So I got myself a little cleanup crew, which I'm really chuffed to bits with. I had some store credit as well, so I managed to get I think it was about a £5 knocked off, so yeah, chuffed to bits with that. One thing I'm really impressed with, which I noticed when I was in the store, was the staff's knowledge. There was a man that came in with his daughter, and they were looking to buy some goldfish. The guy actually asked for comet goldfish, to which the staff member luckily said, actually, this is a pond fish, not for an aquarium. And then he even continued to say that all goldfish really shouldn't be in an aquarium. They should be in, well, if they're going to be, they should be really big aquariums, or ideally ponds, which was nice to hear. There's a lot going around on the internet about people's concerns about goldfish and the size of the tanks they're in, so it's nice to know that some shops, at least my one specifically, is advising people in the correct way. Also, when I was down the marine section, they were also had signs up in front of certain tanks, the ones more specifically with the regal tangs or blue tangs or dory fish, whatever you want to call it, saying that these fish require big tanks and should be researched for more experienced fish keepers than just your newbie to the hobby, really. Which again, it was nice to see that sort of stuff, because welfare for the animals is always a good thing. So we're going to head inside now and get these guys acclimated, and we'll take a look at them in a little while. We are now 5 hours later, adding these little cleanup crews. So what I got was 2 hermit crabs, as you can see there, and 2 Nasarius snails. And I don't know if you can see, but one of them's hiding just behind that piece of seaweed just there. There we go. There you go. Fingers. It's really hard to see. They're buried in the sand there, so they're obviously doing a bit of digging and seeing what they can find. And I don't know if you can see it, but right at the very back, sort of near the heater, there's a little white patch on the live rock that I've got, and that's now all clear. So it looks like these little guys are already gone to work and doing what I would hope that they would do. My plan is, fingers crossed, these guys are going to start to get rid of all of the algae that is or has been appearing on my live rock and on my substrate. Yeah, so fingers crossed with that. Doing a bit of a blackout as well, sort of keeping the lights off every now and then. Hopefully I can sort of get the algae at bay on this tank. Whilst I'm here as well, I might as well just give you a quick update on the tank itself. Besides my cynobacteria algae issue at the moment, everyone else is doing really well. The 2 clowns that I got I did a previous video on them about the ones that I rescued from a previous build or owner that had a lot of issues. I'll leave a link to that in the description and in the corner of this video. Yeah, they seem to be still lovely and really healthy, still so friendly. They always come up to the front of the tank or to the top every time I come close. They're very welcoming, and yeah, the colors on them are just stunning. Very lovely fish. And my band guy Cardinal, he's doing really well. He gets on with everybody, just sort of does his little thing there. One of my favorite things about him is feeding time, like how like they sort of are so stationary, and yet when food is around they go like mad around the tank. And I find that so funny that there's just like, they just chill all day and then they just have this massive burst of energy whenever there's food. With regards to the macro algae in the tank, sort of coming and going, it's doing what most aquatic plants would do, I guess. They sort of die off at times whilst they're getting used to the water conditions. I don't think that it's helped having a bit of an cynobacteria issue, because it sort of keeps catching on to some of the leaves. So all I'm doing is trimming them down every now and then, and they grow back so quick, it's ridiculous. This one wasn't even here yesterday, and these two leaves in the back there are literally 3 days growth, if I'm not mistaken. They were the ones, yeah. So yeah, really good stuff though. So as I've said right at the very beginning of this video series on this Nano Reef tank, my plan is to ultimately turn it into a reef tank. So the idea being getting some actual corals into the system at some point. Again, starting with probably softies, you know, something quite hardy in that, just to start with. I'm not going to go for any of your beginner mistake corals, for example. Not anything that's going to overgrow this tank and just sort of take over, you know, like your Paulson Xenias or your green star polyps or GSPs. I might do some mushrooms or something like that, toadstools, levers maybe, we'll see. It depends on the kind of look that I'm thinking about going with, so hopefully I can sort of build it around that. But I want to wait until the tank is matured a bit more before I start adding corals, because I want to make sure that everything is stable. And also I will be upgrading the light that's on this system. Currently it's just a freshwater LED, a Night Crew Classic LED. I'll put a link up in the description about that, because, you know, just in case you want to see a review on it as to how well it works in a freshwater tank. And for the price, it's really good, you know, does its job for now. It's, yeah, I don't know if that's a cause of some of the algae maybe, because the lights are just whites and blues, but hopefully very shortly I will be upgrading the light to a proper full spectrum marine LED to sort of start the process of building it up to adding corals to it. It's been over a day now, so I thought we'd check in with the tank and see what kind of progress the little guys are doing and how well they're settling in. Let's take a look. Right, okay, yeah, so it looks like everybody's doing okay at the moment. The Nasaria snails are somewhere deep buried in the substrate. I can't find them anywhere. I keep looking for them. The hermit crabs, obviously there's this massive hench dude here who's awesome. I love the shell, it's so cool. And there's another dude sitting up there on the rocks just chilling. But the thing I wanted to show you is you can see already in places where the hermit crabs have been making a dent along the bottom of the rock work there, all those white patches right the way up. It looks like they've started to make a bit of an impact up on the top rocks there as well, and especially right above the filter over there. So yeah, chuffed to bits. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Fingers crossed they can make their way through the tank and keep it nice and clean for me. I hope you liked this video on my budget Nano Reef tank, this little update that I've got, Adam and cleanup crew. I'm hoping that, as I said earlier, that they're gonna start to get rid of all that cyanobacteria, so I will post some updates. I'll do a couple of little after shots as well when the nighttime hits, so the lights really sort of show up the fish, and hopefully they'll sort of appear a bit more once they get used to their surroundings. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you think of the tank so far. And if you enjoy this series as well, please let me know. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I put out weekly videos on my fish keeping journey, as you will. I give tips, tricks, reviews, updates, you name it, I do it. So yeah, there's hopefully something for everybody. So until next time, stay safe. Look at this little dude. Oh, I love him so much. Look at their eyes.